Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news today, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And beautiful spring day, other than, as you can see on the spider webs on our, it's our Rondo Rondo Sky-Fi camera looking back at the Wenatchee area. You can just see Turtle Rock in the center of your screen, but you can also see those webs blowing around. We did have sunshine and some windy conditions, and boy, if you're in the Columbia Basin area or maybe Vantage, you're going to run into some possible blowing dust as we get through the afternoon and into our early evening hours. In fact, there is a blowing dust advisory through 8 o'clock tonight. That's on I-90 from Vantage to Ritzville, also Ritzville down to Tri-Cities, and Washtenaw to Royal City on Highway 26. Visibility could be down to a half mile to a mile, so be very careful if you're traveling over the next few hours. We'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now here are some of the stories that we're following for you tonight. Chelan County says 2 members of one of its road crews helped save the life of a bicyclist who experienced a medical emergency on a remote road south of Chelan. The driver of a semi-tractor trailer and his passenger escaped injury after the big rig rolled on its side last night near Trinidad. And East Wenatchee police sent out their thanks Monday to a property owner who's cleaning up a home that's been nothing but trouble for law enforcement and other emergency responders. But first, our top story tonight. An East Wenatchee man faces possible charges after allegedly pointing a handgun during a mental health crisis. 32-year-old Philip Ganseret was arrested early Monday after family members said he threatened them with a pistol when they tried to intervene at his home. No one was harmed in the incident, and police were summoned after Ganseret fell asleep. Prosecutors say they intend to file charges, including assault and harassment. Chelan County says 2 members of one of its road crews helped save the life of a bicyclist who experienced a medical emergency on a remote road south of Lake Chelan. Chelan County Public Works employees Earl Griffith and Curtis McClellan were grading Shady Pass Road south of 25 Mile Creek State Park back on April 5th when they found the cyclist lying on the side of the road waiting for help. According to Public Works, the man was experiencing a burning sensation in his chest and numbness in his left arm. With no cell service on the pass, the cyclist had been unable to call for help. Griffin and McClellan, who were trained in first aid and CPR, radioed for help and watched over the man for the 30 minutes it took for an ambulance from Chelan to reach the location. Public Works said the man is now recovering at his home. The driver of a semi-tractor trailer and his passenger escaped injury after the big rig rolled on its side last night near Trinidad. According to the Washington State Patrol, the semi and its trailer were traveling eastbound on Highway 28 about 8 p.m. when the semi left the roadway to the right, re-entered the highway, and crossed over to the opposite lane where it rolled over onto its side. The driver, 24-year-old Raciel Maquera, was cited for wheels leaving the roadway. The westbound lane of the highway and one of the 2 eastbound lanes were blocked for some time. East Wenatchee police sent out their thanks Monday to a property owner who is cleaning up a home that's been nothing but trouble for law enforcement and other emergency responders. The city says police, fire, and EMTs have responded to the home at 325 Eastmont Avenue and other nearby residences hundreds of times for drug overdoses, outstanding warrants, thefts, assaults, fires, prostitution, and robbery. The city said they continue to work to eliminate such high-incident locations from the city. Coming up next, the Center for Disease Control has recommended a halt in the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine because it can cause rare blood clots. Douglas County Commissioners last week adopted an ordinance criminalizing possession of controlled substances within county boundaries. And with 3 weeks left in the session, the Washington legislature must now focus entirely on budget bills, including the state's proposed budget for building and infrastructure. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma, and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
As our students return to learn, the need is great for all positions in the Wenatchee School District. Can you see yourself in these hallways? Or helping support students? Maybe you're an excellent office administrator or educator, or you have a love of sports. The Wenatchee School District is now hiring all levels of positions. You can make the difference in the life of a student and in your own life. Apply now at wenatcheeschools.org.
Hi, Stephen DeVilbiss here, Branch Manager of Beneficial and Home Care. We are an equal opportunity employer and we do not discriminate in employment or services. It is our mission to maximize our clients' physical health and sense of mental well-being while remaining in the comfort of their home. We are currently seeking professional caregivers who share our mission to help our clients live safely and comfortably at home. Call Beneficial and Home Care. Schedule your interview today. 509-663-7900.
Welcome back. In another news, the state has put a hold on the use of the one-dose Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine after 6 women nationwide developed serious side effects that included brain blood clots. The move came after the CDC today recommended a nationwide pause in the use of the vaccine as it investigates. The Washington State Department of Health said none of the women are believed to be Washington residents. About 149,000 doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine have been administered in the state and about 6.8 million nationwide. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been used at numerous locations right here in north central Washington, including at a drive-through clinic last Saturday in Kashmir. The CDC said the 6 people affected first experienced symptoms 6 to 13 days after receiving the vaccine. Those symptoms included severe headaches, abdominal pain, leg pain, and shortness of breath. Douglas County Commissioners last week adopted an ordinance criminalizing possession of controlled substances within county boundaries. It's the latest municipality to do so after the Washington State Supreme Court struck down the state's drug possession statute last month. The State versus Blake decision ruled that Washington's drug possession law violated both the state and federal constitutions because it penalized a person even if they possessed drugs unknowingly. Douglas County's resolution adopting the ordinance says the Supreme Court ruling has created a public emergency for the county and reinstates drug possession as a gross misdemeanor in county law. The ordinance does not affect purchase or possession of cannabis from regulated shops or dispensaries. Chelan County, by the way, adopted a similar ordinance on Monday. Well, with 3 weeks left in the session, the Washington legislature must now focus entirely on budget bills, including the state's proposed budget for building and infrastructure. The capital budget proposal is $5.7 billion, including about $134 million for North Central Washington. Items in the proposal include $3.2 million to design Wenatchee Valley College's new Center for Technical Education, $2.5 million for the 7 Acres Community Center in Chelan, and more than $4 million for wastewater and water supply project in Dryden and Bridgeport. The House and Senate versions of the budget must be reconciled before heading on to the governor. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
It's the huge grand opening of Click It RV in Moses Lake. Click It RV and the RV manufacturers have joined together to offer huge incentives and savings.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Everything is coming up zero, with zero down, zero payments for 90 days, zero worries, lifetime warranty, and zero for a solar panel with any RV purchase. It's a 000 grand opening going on now at Click It RV in Moses Lake. And get into Click It RV for parts, service, new and used during this huge grand opening sale.
Be a winner like me and get the Click It RV.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, about 29% of residents in Okanagan County are now fully vaccinated against COVID-19. Mid-Valley Hospital in Omak has been a key driver of those vaccination campaigns. In a media conference yesterday with the Washington State Hospital Association, Administrator Afton May said that success in the battle against coronavirus is a point of pride for her agency.
We are so proud of ourselves in Okanagan County, and we definitely saw immediately the benefit that this vaccine in our toolbox would have on us, because we are rural. You know, we can only handle so much of a surge, and then we have to start using resources outside of our county. And so the more people that we have vaccinated, the better we are. We've got a couple of hospitals in our county. We've got one hospital that has done has been able to set up a clinic that's, you know, Monday through Friday and been able to get people from the get-go. At Mid-Valley here, we made a decision to do mass events. We were seeing that our waiting list was growing, 1,300, 1,800, and people were getting really frustrated. So once we had vaccine available, we started doing a mass event once a week, and we collaborated with our local EMS, with our public health, with the other providers around, so that we're performing this once a week. And that has been really successful. A really great move. And we have been able to, as a county, we are at 28.82% vaccinations. And so we're really proud of that we've really, as long as we have vaccine, we've been able to get it in arms. We are at 52% of our employees being completely vaccinated, first dose, second dose. We have another about 25% that are sitting on the fence, just not sure. And then about 21% that have just said, no, I'm going to decline right now. Although we have seen some of those come back around and decide to get it. But we've worked really hard to educate and to be absolutely available. If they pop up, we get them registered right away and get them on the list so that they can get done as soon as possible. And so we would like to see more, but right now we're sitting at 52% completely vaccinated, and they're really the ones that are working the most. They're more of our full-time people. So we're proud of that and still working on it.
Time now to take a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great day today. A little bit breezy out there across almost all of north central Washington. This once again our Rondo Sky-Fi camera looking back down the Columbia River. There's Turtle Rock right there, and you can see these spider webs blowing around pretty good today. We had winds sustained overnight anyway in Wenatchee of about 27 miles an hour, a gust of 40 miles an hour, and then things kind of let up throughout the day today, but we still saw a steady wind between 10 and 20 today. Temperature-wise, though, not bad at all. Unofficially today, right where we should be for this time of year at 62 degrees. We started off at 45, and that's about 5 degrees above where we should be. Record high, 1988 at 79 degrees, and the record low, 1981, where it was only 28 degrees to start off the day. Sunrise, 6:15, and the sun will set at 7:48. As we take a look at your Wednesday hump day weather forecast, things are going to slowly warm up and get better and better. I mean better and better by less wind each day. We're still going to see a breeze tomorrow, but look at these temperatures, almost 70 for Quincy, Ephrata, and Moses Lake, upper 60s for Wenatchee, Ephrata, Chelan. The warm spot tomorrow, Omak tomorrow, at an even 70 degrees. But once again, we'll see about a 5 to 15 mile an hour wind. Tonight, mostly clear. We will see just a light north breeze out there tonight. High pressure is building, and boy, will it really take hold of our weather as we get into late tomorrow and into Thursday. We'll be just clear all over the Pacific Northwest. As we do move into Wednesday once again, we talked about a little wind a bit ago, but most of that should be to our south and southeast and mostly into western Montana. We'll see a breeze 5 to 15 miles an hour. The good news about Wednesday, it will be warmer. As we get into Thursday, that is really where we start our warming trend. We'll see sunny skies, just light wind. Here is the top of that ridge of high pressure. Everything underneath that ridge just mild. We're talking upper 60s for high temperatures on Thursday. For Friday, sunny, even a little bit warmer as that ridge intensifies. Check that out. We're going to end the week on Friday with temperatures in the mid 70s all over the western U.S. Just beautiful. Saturday, as we kick off our weekend, it just couldn't be any better. Unseasonably warm, temperatures in the upper 70s. We will see even 80-degree readings down in the southeast around the Tri-Cities as we move through Saturday. Sunday then, the warmest day of all, where we will see temperatures in the low 80s. Look at the clear skies all across the country, maybe even lower to mid 80s in the Tri-Cities as we get through the day on Sunday. And this nice weather is going to continue right into Monday. We will be just slightly cooler on Monday, but still unseasonably warm with high temperatures Monday once again into the mid 70s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast and recap those 7 days. 38 overnight tonight will be our overnight low. 68, a little bit breezy tomorrow. Wind should die down then on Thursday. 71 Thursday, 75 on Friday. And look at those temperatures this weekend. Sunshine on Saturday and Sunday. 78 the high for Saturday. 82, that'll be close to a record on Sunday. And then cooling back just a little on Monday. Sunny and warm with a high temperature then of 76. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill located at the beautiful Highlander Golf Course in East Wenatchee. Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner with dine-in or takeout options. Highlander Bar and Grill's friendly staff is here to serve you 7 days a week. Call for reservations Friday night prime rib dinner. Contact Shalane, Highlander Grill's site coordinator, to schedule your corporate event or special occasion today.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. Now you can fish like a pro without breaking the bank thanks to the ProMag aluminum fishing boat by Smokercraft. It features a great layout with a spacious bow casting platform, huge live wells, and in-floor storage to safely stow your gear. See the Smokercraft line of boats at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Tuesday to you. The Mariners and Orioles were rained out in Baltimore yesterday, so they will play a doubleheader today at Camden Yards. The new rules for Major League Baseball say that, well, that was implemented last year, say that when there's a doubleheader in effect, that means both games 7 innings. The opener started earlier today at 1:05. Justice Sheffield getting the start. Nick Margavicius gets the start in Game 2, which is set to begin at 45 minutes later than Game 1. Seattle's riding a 2-game winning streak after taking 2 of 3 from the Twins, while the O's are 4-5 coming off a 3-game sweep at the hands of Boston. Mariners are hoping to carry some momentum into today's Twin Bill after erasing a 6-0 deficit to beat Minnesota 8-6 on Sunday. Manager Scott Servais has an old saying about that, however.
I've often said your momentum is only as good as your next day's starting pitcher. So hopefully Chef can get us off to a good start tonight and get rolling in this series as well. But a couple updates. Evan White obviously is in the lineup tonight. He's feeling a little bit better, and he felt better yesterday after doing some running. That's why he came in the game late to play defense. But he's back in the lineup tonight. And then the other one, certainly we made a roster move today in our bullpen. With Anthony Masevich going to the IL and Eric Swanson, will be active in our bullpen tonight. So I do not have an update on James Paxton. He is in getting a second opinion today. I believe he's on the other coast. So we're a few hours ahead of him, and I have not heard anything out of that one yet. So hopefully that answers questions there.
So the Mariners playing 2 in Baltimore today. We'll have results tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Everybody else in the American League West was active yesterday. Tyler Glasnow struck out a career-high 14 over 7 2/3 to lead Tampa Bay to a 1-0 win over Texas. Willie Adames scored the game's only run with a solo homer in the 7th. In Houston, Detroit's Grayson Greiner, Renato Nunez, and Akil Baddoo all homered to give the Tigers a 6-2 win. Mike Trout hit his 4th homer of the year, and Shohei Ohtani was 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs to lead Los Angeles to a 10-3 win over the Kansas City Royals. That was in Kansas City. Well, Oakland won at Arizona 9-5 with Matt Chapman going 3 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Jed Lowry also drove in 3 runs for the A's, who improved to 4-7 with the win. Well, we've got the beautiful game, as Dan Kuntz likes to say, tonight here on the NCWLIFE channel. We're talking soccer. Eastmont Wildcats host the Wenatchee Panthers in the second game of the boys' soccer schedule. I'll be alongside Matt Wisen with the call. Our pregame on the way at 6:50 right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Also on the schedule today, Chelan travels to Omak. Brewster hosts Wahluke. Cascade entertains Ephrata, and Cashmere will see Quincy in town tonight. On the baseball diamonds today, yes, they get into the swing of it with a new season underway. Moses Lake visits Eastmont. Wenatchee's on the road at Chelan. Cascade travels to Okanagan. Omak hosts Quincy, and Ephrata travels to Brewster. In the first salvo into the prep fast pitch softball schedule for the season today, Wenatchee travels to Moses Lake. Omak hosts Cashmere. Quincy travels to Chelan, and Brewster entertains Okanagan. Well, we make our return to Fancher Heights to cover racing at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval this Saturday. Yep, it's the Spring Sizzler and Tommy Wentz Classic with 4 classifications of cars ready to run. Saturday's opening night will feature the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, Holiday's Custom Mufflers B-Mods, the Plum Perfect Roadrunners, and the Northwest Mini Stock Tour. By the way, I read earlier today that there could be something like 80 cars in appearance this weekend, so that's a busy field. Here's just a little tease of what you might see.
Winterberg put a lap on the 52.
Uh-oh, we got 2 cars into each other in turn 3.
is fuming. The 22 of Tyler Lahr. Hopefully there's no fluids coming out of the back of that thing here, but now he does. He's been there right from your leader. Look out!
Oh, nice job of driving.
And that yellow flag is going to come
Dale
out.
Winterberg to not get entangled in the car sliding in front of him. Of course, it was Elam that won the heat race here earlier as he wants 3 wide.
3 wide in the turn 3. Doesn't always work. Not going to work.
Look out, look out.
Hey, we saved it. Great job there by Rocky Crocker. Trying to sweep the season here in the Holiday Custom Muffler.
Bumped him and now trying to pass him.
He might get him here. Got the spot, got the pass, got the lead. Chad Holiday.
And welcome to our television audience. You're here for the Tommy Wentz Classic as Seth Frazier moves in front on lap 23. Seth Frazier able to get himself around that lap traffic. Good job by him.
Hold him off through 3 and 4. Win number 3 on the season. Seth Frazier still undefeated in main event action. Wins at Wenatchee. Garrett Huff finds second. Contact! And around goes Doyle.
Doyle goes around, and third place is going to go to Mike Sims. Holy cow. I will be along Craig Rentz with the call here live Saturday night. We'll start at 5 o'clock here on the NCW Life channel. You can get more of our race preview. Dan Kuntz headed up to Fancher to talk to Wenatchee Valley Super Oval General Manager Jeremy Anders on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. You can go to our website to watch that interview at ncwlife.com. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom here on the NCW Life channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And beginning Saturday, finally tonight, it'll be weekend-only skiing at Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort. Favorable snowpack has allowed the resort to continue some form of operations throughout April, with the scheduled end of the season now scheduled for Sunday, April 25th. On April 2nd, the ski resort above Wenatchee shifted from everyday operations to Friday through Sunday. This weekend begins Saturday and Sunday skiing only. Through February, the mountain received almost 120% of its normal snowfall, allowing an extension of the normal ski season. And boy, what a ski weekend it'll be this weekend. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. Tomorrow, Wednesday, according to my calendar, in Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we will have your latest weather forecast. Grant is a very popular guy around here with the forecast coming up for the next 4 or 5 days. We're liking that. And we'll have highlights of tonight's Eastmont Wenatchee boys soccer game. They'll do battle at Wildcat Stadium. You'll find out who won, who lost, and how they went about doing that. Plus, we'll talk Mariner baseball with sports and everything else you need to start your Wednesday. Live local TV. It's what I do. Not particularly well, but I do it. So I'll see you here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Downtown Manson is Washington's best-kept wine secret. Over a dozen tasting rooms are within walking distance. Experience Ancestry Cellars, featuring wines rooted in family traditions. Or Skagit Cellars, where East meets West in every vintage. And don't miss Rio Vista Wines, home of the original wine slushie. All three are kid-friendly. Isn't it time you had a taste of Manson?
These days, it can be hard to trust the media. What's true, what's fake, and who is behind the message?
I'm a freelance journalist and videographer who has spent years studying the media, interviewing people, writing stories, and producing documentary videos. But I was born and raised in Eastern Washington and grew up working on farms and in the fields. Now I'm taking a look at what local, regional, and national news stories mean to us here in North Central Washington. Join me, Dominic Bonney, for Common Sense on NCWLIFE TV.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.